Hello, beautiful people. Let's see what this Aquarius solar eclipse has in store for us. This is going to be a collective tarot-scope, and then towards the end, I will be doing a personal card for each modality. So, for example, the cardinal signs, it's going to be Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Libra, a card for that. Then the mutable signs, and then the fixed signs. So make sure that you stay fucking put and watch the full video on my YouTube so that you can get to that. And I will make sure to put the timestamps below so that you can go straight to it if that's what you fucking want. All right, so let's get straight into it. We have the Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups, with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the fucking deck. All right, I'm gonna be reading from my notes as always. So with this Three of Pentacles and Five of Swords, our ability to work together as a collective to resist the anti-life forces attempt to further separate us is being awakened, okay? And as we continue to become aware of the intricacies of their attempts to dehumanize us, we can continue to share how it affects all of us and devise plans that not only unite us but further awakens us to a collective reality we're creating where our humanity could never be taken from us and our innate abilities as creators is limitless, okay? And we're not alone, and we're obviously in this together, obviously, okay? And we have to be. And our suffering isn't separate. We are human beings. That is our natural nature. Okay, we are connected, we are one. And being different gives us more advantage to create newness no matter any attempts to drain and separate us. Okay, so it's just, it feels like we're kind of, so first of all, the Three of Pentacles represents three different kinds of people coming together to create something that is in synchronicity, something that is synchronized and works together even though they are different. Together with the Five of Swords can be confrontation. It could be telling your story, and I'm not going to go too deep into it, but that's basically it. It's sort of like we are kind of needing to share how this has affected us and not allow the differences of us and our, like, not point fingers, we need to come together here is what I'm trying to say. So we can allow our stories to inspire new ideas on how to resist, okay? Remember that our unity and joy is making the anti-life forces scramble even more, as it is such a powerful act of resistance to keep up with that joy, to keep it alive, keep ourselves alive, and not allow what is happening to bring us down in gloom and just think that, oh, it's over. No. Okay, so remember that our unity and joy is making the anti-life forces scramble even more, as it is such a powerful act of resistance. Remember, we've already won. We've already won. That's why they're scrambling, bitch. That's why they're scrambling. So may this all remind us we may stay solution oriented and not just share our struggles. Okay, so it's not just about confronting and not just confronting the struggles and like, okay, this is what's happening, confronting all that's coming to light now and sharing it. It's not just that. It's like devising a plan on what are we gonna do about it? What the fuck are we gonna do about it? So it's important for us to be action oriented with our emotions as well. I feel like this reading has a lot to do with emotions, especially because underneath the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups and then the Temperance card here, which is art in this deck, but that doesn't matter. Point is that, so especially with that Temperance card, Temperance has a lot to do with tempering things, okay? Bringing things into harmony. So it's more of like the aftermath of like, okay, you're feeling something. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with that feeling? It's really horrible. Let's not dwell. Let's do something about it. Let's be action oriented with our emotions, okay? So we must remain emotionally balanced and responsible, not just so we can remain coherent enough to face what's happening, but so we can also be there for each other. We must nurture our creativity, okay? Our creativity is the main thing that we should be focusing on, what's going to help us the most. We're not powerless, they are, and that is why they continue to attempt to control us, okay? So with the Five of Swords specifically, more will continue to come to light, and it will give us more fuel to stay determined to take responsibility toward our victory. We should let it give us fuel, okay? Also, again, with that Queen of Cups, but also I need to mention before I say what I'm going to say after this is, so Queen of Cups, Temperance, then Page of Pentacles, but then after that is the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of feminine energy here. After that Queen of Wands, by the way, is the Ten of Cups. Just saying. We got to keep our dreams, the reality that we know we can create, intact and in focus, okay? So feminine energy is a huge driving force in the coming change that may make us stronger and less vulnerable, question mark, because I wasn't completely sure. It was just such a specific thing, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is this? So I thought that maybe this may be a specific feminine figure that will allow things to come more into light, and or that uses information as a weapon. So this could be women in general, or it could be a feminine person that comes into the mix in the coming months, or it could be years. Who knows? So more may come to light about what's been controlling our minds specifically, and we will feel called to liberate ourselves and have our own inner authority take the lead. So I just felt like this has a lot to do with technology. Like maybe we will find out more, and I feel like I've already seen some of this stuff come out, like just certain things, certain for example, like emissions, I don't know how to fucking, like electrical emissions, whatever the fuck, coming off of our devices, like manipulating us, if that makes sense. Like I'm not like that great as smart at that kind of technical shit, but you know what the fuck I mean. So yes, we're becoming truly sovereign and productively standing up for ourselves, for our humanity. We should, you know, because not all of us are. We should be more productive with our sovereignty and the fact that humanity needs to stand the fuck up, okay? So with the Four of Pentacles, as we realize how much we're the ones with the power and the systems of oppression, okay, as we realize how much we've, wait, what the fuck did I fucking write? As we realize how much we're the ones with the power and the systems of oppression continue to crumble, we must tend to ourselves, our truth, and our abilities on every level. So not just as a collective, but also on a personal level and an individual level. We must tend to our connections and relationships. We must tend to our individual creative endeavors, knowing that shining our true light is resistance in itself. Okay, so like I said, our creativity is very important here. It is what is gonna really change things. And if we're not being ourselves, if we're just focusing on, oh, I have to do like this big thing and be this, no, like just be yourself, do what your heart what you feel your heart is calling you to do. Because just being yourself, not being just fuck it all, it's all done, it's all dead, we're fucked. No, like, bitch, continue to be yourself, continue to fucking thrive, continue to live. That in itself is resistance, no matter how simple that fucking sounds, no matter how stupid that sounds. Do you see how fucked up everything is right now and how crazy shit is? Listen, just listen to people that have been talking about this shit for years. Like, bitch, I'm a conspiracy theorist veteran. And when I tell you that being yourself is the key, bitch, it is powerful. It is power. Being yourself, your authenticity is power. Let me stop. So, collaboration and connection here is power. Your authenticity is power. And this is how we become and feel less vulnerable and less susceptible to the anti-life control agenda. So disappointments and anxieties and fears will no longer take the lead, okay? Our vitality, our fiery creative power will take the lead. The truth is setting us free, and we may feel more energized and motivated towards the needed change. We need to, okay? So like, not just because this is stuff that I felt through the reading. Okay, this is stuff that I felt through the reading that may happen, that is happening for a lot of people, but not all of us. So again, listen to what I'm saying and do it. Do it. So, yes, we may feel more energized and motivated towards the needed change. Stay curious and open-minded on this journey. Don't allow the helplessness to hold you back. We all have a place in this revolution. Never think you're useless. Even the smallest act of love makes a ripple effect of needed change. Again, no matter how insignificant you think that your authenticity is, or whatever the fuck you're doing, like, bitch, the smallest act, I'm telling you, the butterfly effect is real. It's fucking real. So with that being said, remember, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. So that is it for the collective reading. Let's get into the personal cards. So for the cardinal signs, which are the Capricorns, Cancers, Aries, and Libras, you have here, this is so interesting. Like, if you're watching this whole video, I thank you, because doing this was so interesting to me. Because I had no plans, no like specific plans for how this was gonna turn out, and it just turned out so beautifully, because I was like, okay, yeah, I might, if I have enough energy, I might do this part of the reading, but you know, I did. And it's like every card that came out for each modality is sort of like, okay, this is kind of your power towards your place in this whole collective revolution that's gonna be happening in the next few years, if that makes sense. So yes, for the cardinal signs, the dragon, which is, I cannot tell you how powerful that is. Okay, this is from this deck. So this deck is divided by the elements, and then this is part of the spirit, which is like the energetic part of the elements. So let's read it. The dragon, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath, and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we're traveling with a great friend inside ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipresent omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us to surrender and let go. When the dragon guides us, we let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that the yogi does not see beauty in the world. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. So this card, like I said, is part of the spirit, the energetic part of this deck. So each card of the spirit part of this deck represents a chakra. The dragon chakra is the navel chakra, so this is the solar plexus chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So, what I want to add to that, because I don't want to just read this part of the card from this deck, what I felt from this card, from the following cards that were underneath the deck, which were the crocodile, swan, cobra, deer, and snake. It's almost like Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Libra. We are meant to guide people or even ourselves towards a more calmer state and be able to cool off, to prepare in some way, to have a vision of, to go towards being able to have a vision of what we can create for this section of what the fuck is happening on this earth right now. And not just that, but because there's an energy with the crocodile and the cobra and the swan. It's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of feeling it out. It's a lot of like really learning and understanding creativity to be able to awaken it within ourselves. And so we can awaken others to that energy as well. So through our creativity, through our ability to see beyond what is happening right now and more into a, how do I say this, a more clear and pure energy, because the earth is always coming up with new energies. New energies are always coming up, and we are conduits of these things because we are earth. We are the consciousness of this earth. Let me just not complicate it so much, but the point is that we are meant to awaken a certain type of creativity within us so that we can inspire others and awaken and catalyze others through that as well. Okay, so next we have the mutable signs, which are the Virgos, Pisces, Geminis, and Sagittarius. So we have the cheetah. Such a powerful energy here. So the cheetah is solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy, When out of balance, impatient, competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. And so, with that being said, underneath the deck, when I pulled that card out, was the deer, rabbit, bear, cosmic egg, bat, and the owl. So this is a little bit similar to the cardinal signs message. It's a lot to do with, okay, being victorious, right? And very fast forward movement. And with the deer right underneath, the deer is mother energy. The deer is the nurturer. The rabbit is sort of like an energy of warning others towards, like, you know, like you went through something and it's like, bitch, don't do that because I went through that and blah, blah, blah. But it's sort of like a paranoid energy. So the cheetah is basically telling the mutable signs, bitch, no. Like, mutable signs will have that energy of like, bitch, no. Like telling the other people, like, no, bitch, we got this. We need to nurture the creativity that is, you know, we can't be going towards this with a paranoid mindset, basically. And sort of like knowing when to devise a plan and step out with the confidence that is needed to do said plan. Okay? And with the cosmic egg, the bat, and the owl, it's sort of like this energy of, okay, this is the whole thing. You know, we have this sort of, how do you call, like, having the, bitch, what the fuck am I trying to say? The whole picture, the whole fucking picture, like having the whole picture in mind and knowing what it is to let go with the bat. And then the owl is also confidence and knowingness of the beauty behind everything and how that beauty is bringing about blessings no matter what is happening. Like, it's like, okay, I have confidence. Like with this whole cheetah thing, it's like I have the confidence. I know I'm gonna be victorious. I know what I have to let go of. I know what I need to wake up to. I have the power to let things go that is not in my favor to the blessings that I know that I'm walking towards. Okay, so that is it. That is the energy for the mutable signs. And then for the fixed signs, which are the Tauruses, Scorpios, Leos, and Aquarius, have here the wolf. So the wolf is the guardian of family and tribe, activism, and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. I don't know if I said that right, whatever. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, fearless. When out of balance, judgmental, dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. So remember what I said at the beginning of this reading, that we all must know that we need to come together. My teacher has said, I remember my teacher saying, like, okay, you might actually benefit from having people in your circle that you may not completely agree with, but you are all kind of in agreement to the purpose of what you guys are coming together for. You know, like, even though you don't agree with everything, like, that's like the whole point of this. You know, like, again, we all have different abilities and talents, and we all can come together no matter our differences, and we must come together. So to tell someone like, bitch, you're doing it wrong, and you know, it's not helpful and solution oriented and action oriented, like in an actual helpful way to control how other people have a place in this whole revolution that must happen. Okay, so with that being said, apart from that, underneath the deck we have the tarantula, fox, bat, swan, black egg, and the moth. So to me, that says that we need to, so the fixed signs need to have an approach of choosing the right thing, knowing that we can always have the choice to choose the right thing, and kind of push others to choose the right thing for themselves without being controlling. Okay, so knowing that everyone has their own place and encouraging that. Okay, so with the fox, it has a lot to do with connection, relationships. The bat has to do with letting go. So it's kind of like encouraging people. So the fixed signs have an ability to, at this time, to encourage people to let go of what it is that they need to let go of, their personal people, the personal people in your life, your family, your friends. Like, you have an ability at this time to really catalyze your personal connections, okay, toward letting go of what is not in favor of this revolution, and also go towards a more wonderment, curious sort of energy. Okay, being curious about your abilities, your creativity, your authentic truth, what drives you, what is your purpose, you know, like kind of awakening people in that way, instead of with the moth energy after that. Like, because okay, the black egg has a lot to do with your voice, it has a lot to do with speaking your truth, it's the throat chakra. The moth has to do with glittery things, but also wishing that things were different. Oh, I wish that this was more elevated and stuff like that. It could have to do with being sort of pessimistic, and also being swayed and being delusional in a kind of negative way, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's sort of like fixed signs, you have an advantage to just kind of push others and catalyze your personal connections into that sort of thing where you're more curious and wondrous and wondering, what more can we do? What more is inside of me that I can speak through? You know what I mean? Instead of, you know, wishing that things were different. I hope that that makes sense. I don't want to get too deep into it. This video is already almost 30 minutes. But I hope that you've watched throughout to the end. And if you have, I really, really, really am so grateful for you. Thank you so much. If you are interested in a personal reading and what this Aquarius solar eclipse has in store for you, let me know. Hit me up. All of the ways to contact me are down below in the description. And again, we must stick together. We must stick and be focused on the creativity, the abilities and talents that we have, because that is what is really gonna help us throughout this time. And I'm not saying ignore what is happening. I'm not saying ignore the truth that is coming out. We must know. Sorry. We must know the truth. And like I said, the truth is setting us free. But we have to be the ones to decide to set ourselves free. We have to be the ones to allow the truth to catalyze us to set us free. Okay? So I really hope that I'm not missing anything. I love you so much. Please stay put in your body. Stay embodied. Don't allow what is happening right now to deter you away from your power. okay? Stay in your power. And I love you so much. You fucking got this. Bitch, we're humans and we're bigger than them. We're bigger, we're stronger, and we're more powerful. Like I said, that's why they're scrambling. So let's fucking go, bitch. We got this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you the best of blessings. And I will see you next time.